Hello, Ethos founding families. It is Miss Gambrell here, the Director of Student and Family Services, and I am super excited to join you guys virtually for our 7th Ethos Joy Squad meeting. Our Family Advisory Committee would be nothing without you guys. I'm so sad that you guys can't join me in person, but we're taking all the precaution necessary to make sure you and your scholars are safe. So I am presenting this meeting virtually on Thursday, March 19th, 2020. So during this virtual meeting, if this is your first time joining a Joy Squad, welcome. I'll go through our typical layout for a Joy Squad meeting. We'll do a quick little icebreaker and then go into the information for this day. I encourage you while you're following along to 1, bring the joy, 2, because I can't respond verbally, to drop comments below, questions that you have. I'll respond the best that I can that way. And then 3, follow along all pieces of the video. Go back, rewind, do what you need to do to gather the information. So let's get started. Our agenda for today is as such. So let's get into our roll call. So I want to know, how are you guys doing at home? I saw a lot on social media and through some colleagues of mine about some distance learning at home and how families are dealing with that transition. So here I have posted up kind of a schedule that I saw while surfing the internet. I also have the link to an article that I'm going to drop in the description bar below for you to check out. Share some tips below. How are you guys scheduling scholar work time along with managing TV time and breaks and resets? Drop some comments below. I think it'll be a great way for us to see what others are doing and learn from each other. So pause the video now and drop those comments. All right, guys, by the end of this session today, what we will gain is, check for number 1, families will continue building relationships with other founding families by posting ways to ensure scholar learning at home during this unprecedented time. Can't wait to read those or hear about your exchanges. And then also, founding families will learn more ways to participate in Ethos distance learning plan and how to access community resources in the Atlanta metro area. Our mission of the year is to gather a diverse array of voices that show pride by celebrating with school teams, by celebrating with Ethos, collaborating with school teams, and offering input to ensure an extraordinary educational experience for all. And you guys are definitely doing that. That's an old photo from a coffee with Castillo that I absolutely love. So shout out to all the families that are joining in today. Got volunteer service? I'm going to give a recap of what I currently have to date. Our school team goal with founding families is that 60% of founding families are in attendance to Joy Squad meeting. This is your first one. Thank you for helping us reach that goal. 25 hours of service per family for the entire school year. I have some data below that was based off of February's meeting. In all transparency, I haven't updated the March volunteer service hours, so this is a glimpse from the past to check out. Pause the video. Shout out to you if you see your name. Keep rocking. And then our trimester 3 goal that we set at the beginning of the trimester was 250 hours of service. If we don't gain it this year due to our present situation, it is okay. I'm just sharing the information of what we initially set up. In terms of our mission to 1 million, I do have updates from Mr. Knight Justice, our Director of Curriculum Instruction, regarding scholars who are reading. So for kindergarten, our mission to 1 million goal is for scholars to read 150 books. The top 3 ladies in the lead are Riley with 232 books, Sola with 211, and London with 211 books. Keep reading, ladies. You're doing phenomenal. Moving forward, all scholars who have exceeded the goal of 150, I will no longer add them into the breakdown. I'm going to give some other scholars an opportunity to be recognized. So check out Friday's Joy Squad for the next scholars who are in that running. And for 3rd grade, our end of year goal for chapter books is 50 chapter books. We have Desavion at 25, Madison at 20, and Jaden at 19. I expect during this time, 3rd grade is going to skyrocket because you have a lot of time to get these books read, 3rd graders, okay? So families, help us ensure we get these numbers up. But shout out to our top 3. Keep reading, guys. All right, on to some of the distance learning tools that I'm very excited to share with you all today. One of the tools that you got were the distant learning packets developed by our school team. Every Monday, you'll be able to pick up the new packet and drop off the recently completed packet from 7:45 a.m. to 12:45. Families, you've done a great job. We had over like 86% of families pick up packets or arrange some situation to gain the packet for their scholars. It's probably higher today because you guys are really making the means to get work in front of your scholars at home. So we really appreciate you guys joining us in this effort and this push to make sure our scholars are learning even while we're not in front of them directly. Some questions that came up that I thought were worthy sharing was, will it be graded? Yes, scholar work will be graded regarding these packets. What happens if you lose it or ruin it? Send an email to the homeroom teacher. We'll get it replaced. What if your scholar needs help completing? All of the homeroom teachers have Calendly set up to schedule one-on-one conferencing and academic support with them. So do that directly. Just shoot them an email. They'll probably give you the link to their Calendly, which is how we schedule our conferencing. And that could be done depending on the teacher via phone or sometimes on a video call. Where can you access additional education materials? A lot of the grade level teams have a lot of resources. We didn't want to overwhelm you all too much. We have Lexia, we have Zern, we have MobyMax, we have Epic. However, if there's something else that you're looking for specifically, reach out to the homeroom teacher or Mr. Knight Justice, and he can really align what you're looking for more specifically. How will I be informed of my scholar's progress? Reach out to the homeroom teacher. And then with every packet that you turn in and get a new one, we'll be adding that to the gradebook. So right now, our gradebook is being created based off of what scholars are turning in on a weekly basis. And then how can I teach my scholar at home? Drum roll. Hands up, clap. This distance learning tool is about to shake things up, guys. We have not been sleeping. We have not been relaxing. We have been preparing for our YouTube lesson deliveries. So beginning on Monday, March 23rd, you will have access to content lessons prepared by Ethos teachers. You'll have daily access to these through our YouTube channel, Ethos Classical, as well as a website that we've developed to house all of our YouTube lessons by grade level and by skill necessary. In those videos, you'll find details about how to prepare your scholars for the lessons, such as materials needed, the time demands of the video. You'll be able to see all that. Answer keys for some of the lessons are also provided for the upper level lessons for third grade. And then if you have any questions about, what's going on, if your scholar's confused, we have the Calendly scheduling for that one-on-one conferencing and academic support. Super excited. I didn't know we had so many amazing future YouTube stars on our team. Check out these videos. They are super creative. In terms of Blue Jay Prep and academic intervention at home, there are additional study skills packets that were sent home with you for your scholar. So these assignments are very targeted, designed to help your scholar with individual skills based off of the STEP assessments that we recently took. In terms of scholars involved in Tier 2 and Tier 3 of this process, you'll have daily access to the intervention team via Calendly, and you should have gotten an email by now if your scholar is involved in this subgroup. The reinforcement packet, as I said, and then there are other YouTube videos that you have access to in addition to the ones produced by the homeroom teacher. These lessons are led by Ms. McDonald and Ms. Keck, and the Tier 2 group begins, as well as Tier 3, begins on Tuesday, March 24th. And Tier 2 will get 2 additional lessons per week. You'll have access to those. And Tier 3 will get 4 additional lessons per week. There's also a supplementary binder that goes along with the scholars involved in SST and Tier 3. The binders are to be used during the YouTube video lessons. So when you came to pick up your packet, you're probably wondering, like, why do I have this big binder? It's for your scholar. The lesson assignments and worksheets that go along with them watching the video is in that they are not to complete it independently. They're doing it with Ms. Keck, who is instructing the Tier 3 lessons. In terms of specialized services, if your scholar has an individual education program and plan that we follow, we have sent home IEP skill packets based off their academic goals. And then you have also access around the clock to the special education teacher via Calendly, not just for the IEP goals packet, but for the grade level content packet. If your scholar is struggling and needing that additional support, we can offer that based off their accommodations and things like that. What about related services like speech? Related services will resume when school is back in session. And then in terms of SST and scholars who are having meetings for SST and those who were undergoing special education evaluations, we will resume that once school is back in session physically. Pause the video right now. This is a message from Miss Mack. It's also posted on our distance learning website, Go Digital. So check this out. I'm not going to say too much. I'm just going to let you read. So pause the video now to check out what's needed. All right. Next up is some family resources, community resources that I actually got from some colleagues at Ethos, as well as there's just on the news and on Facebook and social media about food distribution sites. So I'm going to leave this information up there as well as post in the description bar below of how you can access that. There's a link that I believe this video that I'm speaking on is covering, but I'll post that. It has additional food distribution sites. In terms of entertainment, the Center for Puppetry Arts is available at home for virtual shows to connect to their digital learning program. I actually went on there the other day and I forget what show it was, but it was really cool. So if you want another way to kind of switch things up and engage your scholars through the arts, try the Center for Puppetry's Arts digital shows. I'll drop the link below as well, or you can access them through Facebook. Upcoming deadlines, the biggest three that you need to know is submit your scholar work packet on Monday, March 23rd, and pick up the new one. YouTube lessons begin on Monday as well, so get excited. The learning, we just keep evolving. It's elevating, so we're super excited to continue stretching your scholar's brain. And 3, Blue Jay Prep, their YouTube, they have additional lessons for scholars involved in the RTI process to access. Woo! I'm super excited. That's all, folks. That's all I have for you today. I look forward to reading comments, if any. If not, I'll just assume that everything is going amazing. Have a great day, and I'll talk with you all soon.